For most, the holidays are about family and friends partying, but for the George Ranch Historical Park, they get together to educate and spread cheer at an annual event, Campfire Christmas.
We've been doing Campfire Christmas for quite a few years now, so it's an annual event. We have a lot of guests who come out every year just for this particular occasion and to see how it changes, and it's different year to year.
They can come to the ranch and we'll talk to them as guides, and then we'll take them out on different sites and let them experience firsthand.
The ranch has tours all year round, and many schools tour the historical park, but this is a special kind of tour.
Campfire Christmas, we will change locations every year, so we don't do the same locations back to back. So our guests come out and they get a different perspective each year. But like this year, we'll start at the 1860s. We'll have the chuck wagon that you see behind me set up. The guests will be welcomed into a chuck wagon camp circa 1866, 1867. Around the fire, it's Christmas Eve, you know, the guys are away from home, and they'll just do a little role playing and kind of invite the guests into that.
Then we'll travel a little forward in time and go to a Victorian Christmas celebration with all the trimmings. So the Victorians took Christmas to new heights. So it's a good way to come and see how a lot of the traditions that we still do today came from that period.
And then move them on up to the 1930s, where there'll be a big barn dance and an actual sit-down meal.
For the Victorian era, at least for this family here, since we're in the Davis house, the Davis family had more access to decorations, being that this is the end of the 19th century, and so with that they could purchase a few things, and then a lot of handmade ornaments were still being done, popcorn strings, as well as angels being made by the children, using food as well, taking pecans or walnuts and painting them gold and hanging them on the tree. A lot of ornaments being painted was also very popular. Not just that, but using lots of shiny things as well.
When they come in the door, they'll have a little bowl of ribbons, and we'll explain to them that any of the guests that mainly the way that you would decorate would be with ribbons, and they can tie on a ribbon on the tree and help progressively decorate the tree with different ribbons.
While many of the Victorian-age Christmas traditions may have passed on to us, there are still some that come from the have-nots.
Well, it could have been a rough time, because right about this time of year is when you when everything became due. You settled up with the landowner, so it's when you found out if you had a little bit extra or you had a little bit less. You might plan a special meal, probably make some toys. Pretty simple toys, ball and cup. You'd have a Jacob's ladder, maybe a yo-yo. Something simple, normally handmade, something that you didn't have to spend any money on.
So, what's on the menu for these special tours?
Myself and our staff be preparing it very traditional. The turkeys, the roast beefs will all be roasted whole and then hand-carved, hand-sliced by us. The gravies will be made from scratch. Everything is going to be scratch-made. So when you come and you have a meal here, it's going to be the same meal that if you came to my house on a Christmas afternoon, you're going to eat the same kind of food. It's going to be prepared with that much caring and with that much love put into it. So we don't do Campfire Christmas but once a year. So when it rolls around, we like to go big. So we've got a good budget, we've got a good menu. If you come out, we're going to guarantee you that you're going to be very well fed.
For this special holiday magazine, I'm Bryant Quiroga.